Okay, now I'm going live. All right, hey everyone, how are you? I'm Ricky, your commissioner, and here's Mike. He's gonna lead us through today's franchise curse. This is an interesting time in the NBA, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah, we've put the shoe on the other foot where I'm leading the charge, and before we even go further, I now live in San Francisco, so I've completely converted away from my Knicks fandom because I don't want to be depressed. So this is my Xanax now, and it's pretty good. I've already bought tickets to 4 Warriors games. I'm really excited. So. Let's get it started right away. These past 5 weeks, thank you All-Star Break for giving us an extra week. These past 5 weeks have been incredibly chody. The first of which, one of the more glaring things to happen was the whole Goran Dragic situation in Phoenix. Ricky, how about we talk about how stupid the Suns are?
I'm really upset for a lot of it. First of all, they had a good thing going, right? They had 3 awesome guards: Eric Bledsoe, Isaiah Thomas, right, and then Goran Dragic, and they had Gerald Green. What a fun backcourt! Now it's ruined. What's going on? Like, this was so manageable too. I don't know. And then afterwards, you have the comments like, "Actually, our best player is still here. We still have Markieff Morris and Eric Bledsoe." But like, no, Goran Dragic was Bill Simmons' All-NBA second-team pick last year. Like, I don't. What's going on in Phoenix?
It's weird. Like, when they signed the Isaiah Thomas thing, at first they did it as like a just in case Eric Bledsoe doesn't get on the team thing. So it was like a safe insurance policy, if you will. Then it was strange because it alienated Goran Dragic, which was never the point or the concern. But it was weird because at first it like didn't work. Then it worked really well. Then it was kind of scary because Isaiah Thomas was putting up better per 36 numbers than the other guys. And then it was like, what's happening? And then they got rid of both of them.
Okay, so here's my real question. Is this tanking because they're afraid of Oklahoma City and they're like, fuck it, let's not go for the playoffs?
Because, you trade Dragic away. There were probably other offers. They probably could have found a team that would have given them, current players that, they needed. Because, they need big men. So they could have found someone that was willing to deal out, a serviceable big man. But, yeah, this was very much them recognizing that either A, OKC will beat them, or even if they get into 8 seed, they're not going to win, which is true. So they traded Goran and Isaiah for future assets, which makes sense. It sucks because I really wanted to see them make a run at the playoffs, and now it's kind of conceded that OKC is going to get in. So I think it just made the NBA a little less interesting.
Yeah, that sucks because the Suns have been one of my favorite teams to watch. I mean, a lot of close games as we've seen them continually get wrecked at the end, but it just sucks. This is tanking. We don't like it. I don't know what the solution is. There's no easy solution. Like, you can't give all playoff teams like just extra money or something to make it, because then you kind of make it too static. But there should be a benefit to being an 8 seed. And right now there isn't. It's stupid. But that's the goal.
All right, well, let's keep it moving.
Cool. So how many losses? How many splits are we putting in?
They had 9 losses, which sounds kind of high, but that's the lowest of the 5 teams. Like, all of these teams.
Oh, wow. So 9 slips of paper, is that right?
No.
9 slips of paper. Let's see it.
It's electronically this time, so what I've done is we're going to do a random number generator from 1 through 58. And if
Whoa! Controversy! Controversy! All right. Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes.
If it falls within 1 through 8, it'll be the Suns, and we'll see how it goes. So the next team is everyone's favorite tank, the Philadelphia 76ers, who at the trade deadline decided to re-tank the tank and get rid of their only 2 serviceable players besides Nerlens Noel. So, Ricky, how do you feel about them getting rid of Michael Carter-Williams and KJ McDaniels and just being like, you know what, we're going to set
here's
for 3 years?
The thing, like, fortunately in the NBA, they make you keep a minimum roster size, because otherwise I think this would be way worse. But right now, can you name 3 76ers?
I can name, let's see.
Covington.
Covington, because he's on my real fantasy team.
The Prince.
Because he was on my fake fantasy team, and now Isaiah Cannon because of the trade.
Why are we talking about any of these? This is such bullshit. Fuck the. You know what I saw today too? I saw an article that ranked the Philadelphia 76ers as the #1 analytics team in the NBA.
That analytic
not
thing
the Spurs.
Don't get me started on that. It was so like
not
first
the Rockets.
Okay, first off, we'll go on a mild tangent. First off, they had the Houston Astros as #3, who are the equivalent to they're the 76ers of baseball, where they just have sucked for the past 10 years on purpose. The Yankees are up there at #6, and I, as a Yankees fan, I think that's false. I don't think we're that good at analytics. All of the examples they gave us was about like things that they do on defense, like on the field, but like our farm system is shit, so I don't know. Then the Knicks were second to last, and the entire thing was about how the triangle sucks, which has nothing to do with analytics.
That's
and
not
also
analytics.
like changed our course of the season halfway through to go from, oh, let's get to the playoffs, to, oh, wait, let's just pack it up. I feel like that's an analytical decision. It's not like we are the Nets or something where we're continuing to try to make the playoffs for some stupid reason and gave away all our future. Like, we have a lot of picks, actually, after all the trades that Phil's done. So that whole article was so stupid. Everything was subjective. Nothing was statistical. They never explained why they ranked people what they did. Really stupid. Anyway, let's get on track before we make a 9-hour video that 3 people might watch.
Right. All 2 of you. Anyway, that's why Charles Barkley thinks analytics sucks, is no one knows what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. All right.
They need to be some way to quantify it. Okay, so Philly, we got it. They had 14 losses in the past month. So if the number falls between 9,
they don't have that many players right now. That's amazing. More losses than players.
Yeah.
Put them in the fucking machine, in your little casino slot machine. I don't believe any of this. This is illegitimate.
Here's what's amazing. Their 14 losses were not the worst of our 5 teams. There's one team that had one more loss. Okay, the next team. This is a funny situation. Again, another trade one. The Minnesota Timberwolves, through a trade, have effectively traded a first-round draft pick for a half season of 98-year-old Kevin Garnett. How does this make you feel?
Why not just trade for a tombstone that has Kevin Garnett's name on it, and then put it right at half court, and every time Andrew Wiggins runs on the fast break, he has to avoid tripping over the gravestone. I think that'd be a perfect metaphor for what Minnesota basketball has been over the last 20 years.
It's really strange because, like, in the sense of getting rid of Thad for KG, I don't see that it's wrong. But when you take the full thing that it went from a first-round pick to Thad to KG for half a season, that's weird. Now, it makes a little more sense because I don't know if you saw that KG and Flip are apparently going to make a bid to own the team.
Then why not just bring him on as an owner? Why are you doing this?
I think you need. I mean, it's just a ticket sales move when you think about it. Like, it's not. The thing is, it makes sense, but it's very CHODE in the sense that they're pretty much only doing it for money. But, you know, Kevin Garnett will get a little farewell tour. He'll average 6 points and 3 rebounds or something, and it'll be great.
80 headbangs per game. It's going to be, whatever. I wish we were given more stats, like headbangs in the ESPN fantasy system. I would make it 1 CHODE point per headbang. That's like probably a neuron dead. All right.
All right. So
I think a CHODE point equals 1 dead neuron. Like each turnover equals 4 neurons in Stan Van Gundy. So anyway, okay, this is my crazy theory about brain science.
So the Wolves.
How many losses do they have?
They had 11. So if the random number falls between 23 and 33, the Timberwolves are the cursed team. All right, here's the team, the worst team of the past month, the Los Angeles Lakers. They had 15 losses, one more than the Sixers, and the reason
in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Did they play 15 games?
No, they won like 2, I think.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Anyway, they are CHODE because of a little man by the name of Byron Scott. Ricky, is that quote fresh in your mind? Do you want to tell the people?
Oh, yeah, I don't have it exactly, but basically Nick Young is bullshitting like he always does. He was talking to the media, and then the subject of swimming came up, and he's like, yeah, I was swimming or whatever. Byron Scott hears this, he goes, nah, he wasn't swimming, he's black. Now, first of all, okay, First of all, studies have shown that African American individuals tend to have a higher waist-hip ratio than white or Asian individuals, which actually does affect your swimming. That's why most Olympic medalists in swimming are white, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps over time, systemically, this has led to certain assumptions, preferences, etc. But what the fuck? Why are you saying in a media interview, like, no, you can't swim?
The funny thing about the Nick Young quote is I think Nick Young said something about specifically swimming with dolphins. It was what makes it even better. Because it just seems like he was telling this really happy story, and then Byron Scott was like, fuck you, you can't swim, you're black. Jeremy Lin, don't play basketball, you're Asian.
Oh my god. Video, Nick Young relives dolphin attack with Iggy Azalea. Oh my god. Yeah, so whatever. Nick Young is a crazy person. Byron Scott is weird and dumb.
So Byron Scott has finally, this is the first time the Lakers have been nominated for a curse. You would think they would have been chodier. So the Lakers with 15 losses.
Very quiet in how stupid they've been. Like, just nothing's happened. For all the coverage, like,
So let's see. If the number falls between 34 and 48, the Lakers are the cursed team. And finally, we have another trade team. So 4 of these 5 being trade deadline related. The Brooklyn Nets.
Oh no! Not again! No!
And you can't deny it. So the first of which is my personal favorite, them getting wrecked by Oklahoma City. By Oklahoma City completely pretending that they were going to pull off a Brook Lopez trade, and then at the last minute being like, JK, we're getting Enes Kanter. And then OKC's like, what? The best was, there was a headline someone tweeted, and it was basically, it said something like, Brooklyn waiting on Oklahoma to get back to them about the deal. So it was effectively like Brooklyn is like a guy texting this girl and they were like, yeah, let's get pizza, let's go for pizza. All right, pick you up at 8 ? And then she didn't reply. And the iPhone still had the little thing that said read at 6:30 or whatever. And they were just sitting there with their phone. And then at 7:59 gets the text, I have a boyfriend. So getting Duke.
Only the Nets. You're right though. To be fair, the Nets have been the stupidest association in the CF for all the media coverage on the Lakers and Knicks.
Wasn't enough. If not trading Brook Lopez, getting Duke wasn't enough. They also didn't trade Brook Lopez or anyone else on their team. They didn't trade.
Wasn't the whole team up for trade all season?
Yeah, so that was the reason that they were on the CHODE block last month, is because they made a statement saying pretty much everyone on the team is available except for Plumlee and Teletovic. But then the other thing is there was all these rumors of teams that were interested in Jarrett Jack, and then they didn't trade him. I'm pretty sure Jarrett Jack is on a 2-year deal or something, where they could very easily get rid of him and try to get a pick, which they have none of. And they didn't trade him, and there was multiple things about teams being interested in Jarrett Jack. So
all right, how many years until the Brooklyn Nets win 41 games? Over or under 4.5?
Oh, over.
Over, so 5 years at least, even in the East.
Yeah.
What a bunch of fucks. That's horrible.
I mean, you just look at all these teams, and they have upsides. Even the teams that are shitty have upsides. The Sixers have a rough upside. Even the Knicks, because they'll probably lure people in free agency, have a rough upside. Yes, that's me being an
I own Knicks in my real fantasy league. Langston Galloway. They're not completely horrible.
No, but the Nets is just every player that they have that's mildly good is on the downhill, except for Plumlee. And Teletovic, maybe.
Good. What? Also, why do we put players like Plumlee in the dunk contest every year? We always have one uninteresting big man.
They did it because the Nets didn't have anyone that could be in the 3-point contest. They didn't have anyone that could be in the All-Star game. They didn't have anyone that could be in the Rising Stars game. They don't have anyone that could be in the Point Guard Skills Challenge. So the only thing that remains is the dunk contest, and they're a host.
Did they make a Shooting Stars team and put Joe Johnson and Dr. J?
They have no one. No one.
Oh.
They had to do it. They had to. That's why they did it. And it's absurd, but that's why they did it. And it stinks, but that's why they did it.
I hate the Nets. They're horrible. All right, so how many losses again?
So they had 10 losses. So if the number is between 49 and 58, Nets are the cursed team, and I become very happy because then they would be cursed again. So, Ricky.
I don't trust all this analytical random generation.
I'll try to reduce the glare. This is a random number generator on my phone, minimum of 1, maximum of 58. There's a generate button. I'm going to push it. Drum roll, please. The random number that was generated is 13. 13
oh my God.
Means that it goes to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh no.
Hey, you know what? For a team that is such a surefire chode machine, I think it's worthy that they have won. So
it's only a I mean, it has to, yeah.
So congratulations to whoever of you in Chode League / Chode League 2 owns the Sixers. You've been given 100 points every week for the next month. Congratulations. That'll help you on the playoffs. That's big. That's big right now, man. Like, playoffs are getting serious in Chode League 1 at least. I'm sweating it out.
And it's so exciting. Like,
dude,
it really is close, and we're really we have one more curse. Like, this is the final curse to take us through to the end, and then we have our playoff curse, which will be madness.
That's huge. But the other thing that's ridiculous is, like, with all the trade deadlines, like, all these people might be chody or might not be chody anymore. I dropped 50 free agent dollars on Tim Frazier because he posted 3 games in a row of 30-plus chode. And I was like, I don't want anyone to get him. Now, that since the Sixers pulled off the hilarious move, which might be in the chode curse next time, of getting Thomas Robinson, signing him off waivers on the last day, like the last hour or whatever it was.
We need players.
Because they signed Thomas Robinson, they might drop Tim Frazier. So I could have, theoretically spent $52 for nothing. And last game, he only put up 4 chode points. So he better be awesome this week / not get dropped. Otherwise, my $50 has gone to nothing. So we'll have to see.
The NBA is absurd right now. It's so fun. We've never had a busier trade deadline ever.
No.
We're in a cool part of the year.
9% of the league was traded. 9%, and that doesn't even count picks. 9% of players were traded. Right. That's ridiculous.
I bet it's 50% of next year's players with all these.
Yeah, with all teams. Every single pick has all these weird protections now. I don't even know how they all work. They're so weird. People can't even report trades until 2 days later because they don't know what all the protections were. You're like, oh, we got 2 first round picks. And you're like, oh, wait, they're all shit? Oh, okay.
Right. I don't think pick protections are another thing that subtly influences tanking. I think that should be eliminated completely. That's another tirade for another day, but yeah.
I feel like if they do it, I think pick protection, there should just be very strict ones. There's only 2 protections. I think you should be a top 5 or top 15 or whatever is non-playoff. That's the only 2 that make sense because top 5 is a separate bracket in the lottery, and then so is top 15. Those are the 2.
But not 7 through 12.
No, yeah. All those weird
28.
Yeah, and then there's weird second-round picks where they're oh, if it's above 45 and all this stuff and I don't know. I feel like there should just be strict boom, boom, and then there's none of these weird situations going on. But
we believe in Adam Silver, though. I'm still a big Silver fan. He's done good by me.
He's talked about doing a 16Z playoff thing, which sounds really great. The only thing I don't like that Silver's done is he's gonna probably move it so that ads are on jerseys. And I don't because that's why they moved the little NBA from up here to the back to show people look, your logo could be there. But what I don't like is so many teams had secondary logos on the back, and now they don't because that's where the NBA
I would like ads right here, just on the side. It's fine, and then you could just do that. Say you're wearing Nike shoes, and you're oh, I don't want Adidas. You just play the whole game. In a sling. That'd be chody.
Or if the ads were just somewhere silly, all the socks just became billboards.
Socks, that's awesome. Or faces. Just players have to wear masks. Every player has to wear a mask.
Every player has to wear a Kia headband. And
but leave my jersey alone. I might wear a jersey.
Oh man, that would make me sad. But
anyway, well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We love all of you, and thanks so much to Mike for taking this one over.
Hey,
Mike's way better at explaining moves than I am. He really keeps up with the details.
Too much attention to the trade deadline. Fortunately, now that I live in California, it all happened during my lunch break, so it was totally fine, and I didn't get fired. Life is good.
Awesome. Well, there's our trade deadline correspondent. slash judge, Mike, and I'm your commissioner signing off. Take it easy, y'all.
Later, team.